Okay, thanks everybody for coming today. My name's Teri Wigant. I'm the village clerk for Bishop Hill, and I'm here today to give you the history of this old water tower. It may be the last one that's in use for potable use. Before Bishop Hill had a water system, they had shallow wells or cisterns. So a cistern is a large pit in the ground lined with bricks usually, and it's used to catch rainwater. And if the didn't rain enough, the wells or the cistern would get low on water, so people had to take a big tank on a truck or a trailer and go to a nearby town and pay for water to fill up in their tank and take it home and pump it into the cistern or the well. So needless to say, residents needed their own water supply for good, safe water. They needed it for drinking and for fire protection for their many historical Swedish buildings here in town. So in 1959, the village board voted to install their water system, complete with a drilled well, water mains, water tower, fire hydrants, and hookups to the homes. This was a long and difficult task for the village board since they were small, 9 people, and they needed to raise an estimated $50,000 for the project and hire contractors to do each portion of the project. They did, however, hire help from a consulting engineer by the name of Nicholas Fisher from Kewanee and an attorney, R.M. Everett from Galva. So in the summer of 1960, the state of Illinois granted the town $7,500 for the project. On July 1st, 1961, voters approved a water bond of $16,500. By September 1962, a new 675-foot drilled well had been drilled and tested and approved by the State Sanitary Water Board. Also in that month, the village board established a water rate of $5 per month for residents and $25 per month for the church, the school, and the park. There were no meters installed. In April of 1964, the village board accepted a bid of revenue bonds from the Federal Housing and Home Agency for $29,000 at interest rate of 3.58%. To qualify for this loan, the village had to have 40 paying water customers. In addition, residents also, if they wanted to be hooked up to the system, had to pay a one-time $100 fee to help with the funding. Ultimately, the board hired W.E. Caldwell from Louisville, Kentucky, to build the tower structure for $13,978. Tony's Plumbing and Heating from Alpha, Illinois, to erect the pump house, do the plumbing, electrical, and mechanical work for $7,384. Spillman and Kroll from Chillicothe, Illinois, to install water mains and hydrants for $22,710, which was $3,000 over the original bid because they laid 1,000 extra feet of mains for late users. And then they had Ratliff Brothers from Kewanee hired to do the crane work. So started building the tower in the spring of 1964, and by the early fall, the residents were using the system. The wooden tank holds 20,000 gallons of water and is 16 foot 1 inch tall by 16 feet across. It's made from 2.5 inch thick California redwood planks held together with 3/4 to 1 inch thick metal rods hooked into turnbuckles. The roof is cone shaped and had asphalt shingles, but at one point the roof had to be replaced and they used rolled roofing instead. The tank sits on 4 72-foot tall steel legs anchored into large concrete foundations. The legs are bolted together with metal windage and riser stay rods. Altogether, the whole thing is 93 feet tall. Maintenance people would climb the 14-inch wide ladder, metal ladder, up to the wooden planked balcony and the metal railing that goes all the way around. Then they would climb the ladder hooked to the tank up to the top roof access door. Then from there they could climb a ladder down inside, which was made out of the redwood also. Inside the tank there was a big metal aerator with 3 tiers clear at the top. The water would be pumped through a 3-inch pipe clear to the top, and the water would flow over the 3 tiers like a water fountain. This would take out the sulfur smell, the rotten egg smell, before it came back down and went to all the users. When the roof was replaced, the aerator was removed due to deterioration. Originally, the tank did not have a liner, but the wood was getting kind of old, so a rubber membrane was installed. After the system was up and running, the village board installed a water salesman, or a pay hose, and it's on the other side of this pump house. The farmers would drive around here with their water tanks and put a quarter in, and the water would come into their tank and they'd take it home, and that would supplement their wells. And that money also went towards the project. When the whole system was completed, everyone had access to good, safe water. Their house insurances were better because of the water pressure the tank gave for fire protection. Residents didn't have to haul water to the cisterns anymore or the wells. Families could get different appliances for their homes, like washers, dishwashers, have showers put in. It also made the village more attractive for people to come and move here and for shops to open. After 31 years, the tower was aging and had major leaks. In 1995, 2001, and again in 2006, 2 of those leaks turned into 70-foot tall, long icicles that did some damage to the riser pipe and the legs. The village board decided the town couldn't afford constant repairs or the cost of new liners, which would run $15,000 to $20,000 each with a 5-year warranty. Also, the only company that would work on the wooden tanks was from Chicago, and that was expensive. Eventually, the village board went forward with funding for new tower, water mains, and a second well, which was Illinois EPA required. After 57 years, the wooden tower was taken out of service February 2021 when the new steel tower was up and running. All this information will be posted on the Bishop Hill Association's YouTube channel, the State Historical Preservation Site, the Galva Library, and the Henry County Historical Museum. Thank you, everybody, for coming.